Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. The Andy update is almost here, so I want to make a video covering the many different mini patches that came out since launch, because they released a number of them in rapid succession, and there are still some issues in the game that will hopefully be ironed out when Andy releases. My prediction is that the Andy patch will not have a major balance patch, because if you look at the patch history for KOF 15, when Team Gato dropped, there wasn't any major balance patch. There was only bug fixes and a whip buff. And then Regal dropped, more bug fixes. And then with Team Southtown, we actually had a balance patch that killed Team VRT. This is what I'm going to do in this video, just compile every single mini patch into one video, showing you everything that was fixed since launch, showing the list of stuff that aren't fixed yet, and a blog post pertaining the online mode. Literally one day after the game dropped publicly, so we had 3 days of early access, and then public access, and then 1 day after public access they put out this patch. Terry had 2 changes. Power Wave, if you hold the button, it becomes Burning Wave, so, aka Round Wave. If you had the Nostalgia costume on, you were not able to ref cancel EX Round Wave into another EX move, which was not an issue that existed in the standard costume. This was a bug exclusive to the Fatal Fury 2 Terry costume. And the reason why the bug even existed is an assumption I have with KOF 15 is that because the costume would have custom animations involving Terry's hat being there or missing, the costume would be treated as a completely separate character, whereas the costumes of every other KOF 15 character is considered a model swap. Every time you want to make balance adjustments to Terry, you have to redo these exact changes to the Garo costume. If you don't, the costume plays completely differently. The Geese Howard update dropped, the Southtown update dropped, and they killed VRT. Some of the nerfs did not fully carry over to the Garo costume, so you had the standard Terry who was weaker and the Garo costume who was not. So they put out another bug fix that resolved the issue. Next up is Cosmic Strike Geyser, his hidden super. Under certain circumstances, it does not deplete your super meter. So you use it under normal circumstances, you deplete both rev to 0 and super meter to 0. But there are some circumstances where only rev meter goes back to 0 and you would still have 2 bars and you could still use your hidden super again. Very broken. So they fixed it. Marco, your target combo can no longer fate cancel. Here is Akitobass's recording of the combo. There's no audio because it's a music video alongside a combo showcase. Link in the description. But generally, light, heavy, heavy, faint. Light, heavy, heavy, faint. And it's an infinite. SF5 has a system where on the 99th hit or the 100th hit, it would be a juggle. Meaning like normals would go into an air reset, but you can still combo into specials. This ensures that you cannot loop this infinitely. However, City of the Wolves doesn't have this system, so this allowed players to just loop this forever in ranked. Hence why they removed it. So now what they did is you can no longer fate cancel your target combo. Same thing for Salvatore Ganacci. He also has an infinite. Delay the timing in which canceling is possible. You can magical step into your overhead heavy punch, but people found out that you can cancel the headbutt much earlier than intended. Much earlier. Which allows you to loop the headbutt forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it appears to be a very simple infinite to execute. Double tap forward and punch and heavy punch. So yeah, they fixed it. Fight Dirty. Yeah, it's the counter. Alright. Fight Dirty is a counter super where Salvatore put his hand up on frame 1. And on frame 1, there's like a bubble or a shield. The moment you attack that shield, there's a frame 0 attack. That means an attack shows up and you're not supposed to do anything about it. That said, some people were able to bypass the frame 0 attack either through like invincibility or whatnot, or some type of like strange interaction, and we're able to bypass the counter and punish Salvatore on recovery. So they fixed it to ensure it doesn't happen. Next up is patch 1.14. 2 changes to Preacha, 1 change to Salvatore. The start of Preacha's jump has been corrected to no longer be invincible against low attacks. At the very start of your jump, you are squatting. Smashers call it jump squat, but fighting game players call it pre-jump frames. Pre-jump frames are grab invincible. However, someone made an error and they made it a low crush. Next one, resolved an issue where the attack's active frames could land successfully but failed to transition into the correct action. P equals MC squared is the bionic arm super. Some people call it bionic arm. It's basically like a full screen punch, and then on the level 2 version, if the punch lands, it goes into like a cinematic attack. There were bugs that made it so that even if you correctly land the attack, you would not get the cinematic hit, losing out on damage. Salvatore Ganachi, his push box when taking damage has been fixed to no longer be larger than other characters. A push box, as opposed to a hitbox or hurt box, is like a push collision box around your character that acts as a wall for other characters in the game. There were instances where either in like stagger hit stun or juggle hit stun, where Ganachi's push box was so large, it was possible that some characters could not combo him correctly because Salvatore was literally falling out of the combo by pushing the opponent away. 1.15, only one change, however that change is very significant, less input lag. Unreal on PlayStation 5 was notorious for having high input lag for fighting games. Guilty Gear Strive, The King of Fighters 15. Thankfully we had to wait less time to get the PS5 input lag issues sorted, because one of the biggest tournaments of the entire year belongs to PlayStation. Like, PlayStation is a co-owner of the event. And so naturally, the hardware afforded to attendees, tournament organizers, TOs, is a PS5 console. Last but not least, a couple Billy Kane changes and a Vox Reaper change. So Vox Reaper, Kyo Chojin, Feint, resolved an issue where using Kyo Chojin Feint after a certain move would cause Vox to move unnaturally. Right, I tried looking everywhere as much as I can. I do not know what this means. My guess, the Feint DP and the Break DP on block, you cannot tell the difference between the two, almost. That's like the only scenario I can think of for why this move looks different. Belly Kane, target combo, is the only one that could not be interrupted between the third hit and overhead follow-up. To fix this, the following adjustments were made. Reduce hit stun and block stun for the third hit of Billy's combination attack. Reduce the recovery time of the third hit. The devs intended for certain target combos to have a gap so that you can either jab in between, maybe counter hit jab and then combo that to a break DP into damage, or to make it easier to get a hyper defense or a just defend. However, because there is no gap, they nerfed that move to create a gap. So these are all the changes. Now there are still some issues in the game, and alongside improvements to certain systems, like a training mode improvement in the Andy build at EVO Japan, there's also gonna be some stuff that they haven't fixed yet, but they will fix later on. System mechanics. We'll do system mechanics first. The guard cancel. Guard canceling under certain conditions may freeze the opponent in place. Twitter called it Rock Howard backshots. Or some stupid shit. Yup, found it. First fucking result. Yup. Simply describing this bug. Rock Howard does level 2 Raging Storm. You guard cancel into your Shoryu, and then Rock is just stuck forever. And he dies. Preacha's last theorem may not function correctly under certain conditions. Alright, so it's literally a cinematic super that starts with a kick. Since it's a cinematic super, one would assume that the cinematic doesn't kick in, like that one Preacha change we already saw. T-Zoc, smart style only change. Rev Icarus Crash may unintentionally activate under certain conditions. I'm not a smart style user, so I don't know how it can unintentionally activate. I do know that in smart style, if you do a combo assist, like use the combo assist button, on block it will automatically do some safe on block block pressure, and on hit it's an actual damaging combo. That's something that smart style can do. So probably when you mash combo assist, T-Sock is doing an air combo, the game will randomly do EX Icarus Crash instead of what it's supposed to do. Alright, Bijane, Golf Tomahawk. Your meter may fail more than intended when breaking this move under certain conditions. Multiple issues may occur when breaking this move under certain conditions. EX Golf Tomahawk may become unusable, and using Rev Axle may fail your Rev meter more than intended. Kevin Ryan, arcade style, far light kick. The move can be executed from unintended distances. People are getting far light kick when they're supposed to be getting proximity light kick. So they're increasing the window in which proximity light kick can trigger. Hokutomaru, Datsuhi Shoken. The opponent may slip through Hokutomaru. Either they found like a hurt box or push box fuck up that allows Hokutomaru to not hold the opponent in place while the invincible fireball is attacking. My Shiranui, you don't get Rev meter on normal throw. This move can be executed from unintended inputs. Yeah, people are getting random DP into death. Kim Dong-hwan, air heavy cartwheel kick, fill up more meter than intended. When you break it, some breaks are actually like doing the move incomplete, while other breaks are like pseudo feints. So one thing that Dong-hwan can do is like after a launcher, or EX launcher I should say, and then cartwheel kick, feint that cartwheel kick, and then cancel it into dive kick super. It's like his optimal. And multiple issues may occur when breaking this move under certain conditions. You cannot use EX cartwheel kick, and using Rev Axle may fill up your Rev meter more than intended. Oh wait, I realized I've been playing Street Fighter 6 for 2 years now. In my head, drive draining is a bad thing, but in City of the Wolves, Rev draining is a good thing. So these are buffs. So that's it for the changes made in these patches, and these are the changes SNK wants to make. Before I close out this video, there is news I want to share regarding Ranked. So currently in Ranked, your rank points and your rank is tied to your account, but soon it's going to be tied to characters. And there's also going to be like rank phases. So currently it's phase 0, but then phase 1 is going to start this like September or October. Phase 0 will run until fall 2025. After that, phase 1 will begin, bringing with it a host of new features. A new top rank will be added too, and a point-based ranking system for top players will be implemented starting in phase 1. This will intensify the competition, making the path to the top clearer than ever. The top 100 players will earn a special title. So this is how point distribution will work in phase 0. And then in phase 1 and onwards, it's going to be split by characters. That's it for this video. Andy should be releasing soon-ish. If he's not revealed at Combo Breaker, my guess is going to be the Game Awards. Or not the Game Awards, but Jeff Summer Game Fest. It's the summer version of Game Awards, basically. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.